Title: Why you feel empty after achieving something. 1. Opening hook, 0 to 20 seconds. You worked for it. You imagined the moment. You told yourself, when this happens, I'll finally feel different. And then it happened. The exam result, the promotion, the weight loss, the milestone. And instead of relief, there was silence. A strange emotional flatness. Why does something you wanted so badly feel so empty once you have it? Visual, empty room with sunlight. 2. Problem deep dive. You don't talk about this part, because from the outside, it looks ungrateful. People congratulate you. They say you should be proud. They say, you did it. But inside, something feels unfinished. You check your phone more than usual. You start thinking about the next goal immediately. You feel restless, slightly irritated, almost disappointed. And then comes the quiet self-talk. Why am I not happier? Is something wrong with me? Why can't I just enjoy this? This isn't laziness. It isn't ingratitude. It's something deeper. For a long time, your identity was built around pursuit. You were the person who was trying, the one who was working toward, the one who was not there yet. The goal gave your day's structure. It gave your brain direction. It gave your struggle meaning. When you reach it, the structure collapses, and suddenly, you're not chasing anymore. You're just here. Visual, person walking alone at night. That emptiness isn't about the goal. It's about what the goal was doing for your identity. But to understand that, we need to look at how your brain treats anticipation. 3. Reframe. First, you are not broken. That flat feeling is not proof that you're impossible to satisfy. It's proof that your brain is wired for movement more than arrival. Psychologically, humans are built for seeking. In behavioral science, this is connected to what researchers call the seeking system, linked heavily to dopamine pathways in the brain. Dopamine is often misunderstood as the pleasure chemical. It's not. It's the pursuit chemical. It activates strongest when you're moving towards something uncertain but promising. So when you're studying for the exam, building the business, training for the marathon, your brain is lit up. Not because you have it, but because you might get it. When the uncertainty disappears, that system quiets down, and the silence can feel like emptiness. But that's only part of the story. There's another layer beneath it. 4. Psychological mechanism. Visual, abstract brain animation. Your brain runs on prediction. In neuroscience, there's a concept called prediction error. Your brain constantly compares what it expects to what actually happens. When something is better than expected, dopamine spikes. When it matches expectation, the spike fades. When it's worse, dopamine drops. Here's the problem. While you were chasing your goal, you were imagining how good it would feel. You rehearsed it in your mind. You built a mental movie. By the time it happens, your brain has already simulated the reward dozens of times. So when reality arrives, there's little surprise. And without surprise, there's little chemical impact. It's like replaying a song you've already played in your head 100 times. It doesn't hit the same. Visual, slow-moving light patterns. Now add another layer. Identity theory in psychology suggests that we build our sense of self around roles. I'm the one who's working towards something. I'm the one trying to prove myself. I'm the one not there yet. The struggle becomes part of who you are. When the struggle disappears, your identity briefly loses its anchor. That emptiness? It's not about achievement. It's about the gap between who you were becoming and who you are now. And if your self-worth was quietly tied to striving, arrival can feel destabilizing. Because if you're no longer chasing, who are you? Visual. Notebook with one sentence written. 5. Practical framework. We won't fix this by pretending achievement doesn't matter. Instead, we adjust how your brain relates to goals. 1. Separate outcome from identity. What to do? Stop describing yourself as the goal. Instead of, I am someone who needs to achieve X, shift to, I am someone who values growth. Why it works? Identity-based motivation research shows that when identity is tied to a fixed outcome, the brain experiences threat once the outcome is reached or lost. When tied to values, identity stays stable. Example: instead of I need this promotion to prove I'm capable, you shift to I value learning and contribution. The promotion becomes an expression of you, not proof of you. This reduces the post-achievement identity crash. But that still doesn't address the emotional flatness. So here's the next layer. 2. Delay the next goal. What to do? Resist immediately chasing the next milestone. Sit in completion for at least